Hello and welcome back to Oliver Clatworthy Music, and in today's video I'm going to be interviewing Recreance. So let's get straight into it. So I am now joined by Recreance, who are a metal band. Can you please tell me what flavour of metal you play?
Spicy.
Somewhere in the realms of melodic metalcore, ambient metalcore. You could go with either of those. Yeah, something along those lines.
Okay. So firstly, I want you to go from, I would usually say from left to right, but just go from taking turns, say your name and what you play. Who's going first?
Well, I'm
want to talk
Mary,
over
I play
anyone.
drums.
I'm Tuscan. I play lead guitar.
I'm Owen. I play guitar. I do the vocals.
I'm Eros and I play bass.
Yeah.
Hang on. I'm not sure if I heard you right. Bassist. Bass player.
Bass player. I'm playing the bass. It's true.
Recreants have unlocked a bass player, everyone.
Yeah, we
They've
planted the
leveled
gnome
up.
in the ground and it grew into Eros, so we just decided to roll with it.
Yeah,
So-
if he misbehaves, he gets replaced with a laptop.
Yeah, I got to be on my best behavior at all times.
I would like to ask first, how did you form?
Ooh.
Go
Go ahead,
well,
Owen.
yeah. To be fair, this is a me question.
Basically, when a guitarist and a vocalist love each other very
No.
much.
So basically,
no.
I was like in college and wanted to form a band. Almost formed a band with Harvey. Big fucking miss there. And then so I was on the bus home from my girlfriend's in like January 22, and at that point, me and Tuscan had been in like a few college set bands together, and I messaged him and was like, "Hey, do you want to?"
I was a drummer in one of those bands, I may add.
You were. And
It was
I
me.
messaged him and be like, "Hey, do you want to make music together?" He's like, "Yeah." And then there you go. That's basically it. We adopted Merrin about a couple months later.
Yeah, we did not have a drummer at all. We were literally just in a room together, writing riffs badly, and
Yeah. Oh yeah.
and yeah, and then we brought Marin in after a good few months, and then yeah, I guess a couple months on from that, we kind of got on a couple of songs together and were sort of gigging, and then well, it was I don't know, it was what start of this year I think that we spoke to Eros about being on bass.
Whenever we
Something
played
like
that exchange show.
Yeah, it was the exchange show with
Yeah.
Marta. I remember that much.
Yeah. Oh shoot, that was a while back. That was a
was
good show.
October. That was like
No,
October,
no.
November.
Okay,
Yeah,
no,
surely
that
not.
must be the
Was-
one after that. Was it not the one in the basement, or am I tripping?
Oh, it could have been that one, to be fair.
Oh
I think it
yeah,
was
yeah,
that
it might have been.
Yeah,
Because
it's that
Eros
one.
was in the Spider-Man
Yeah.
costume.
And it was kind of
Wait a minute.
don't
I don't.
think
No,
it
no,
was-
no, no.
I
I don't
think
think
it
I
was
was in my
that.
Spider-Man club. That was the apathy show that I went to.
Yeah,
Nah,
that
I
was
swear you were.
Apathy
No,
Halloween
no,
show.
he didn't, bro. Yeah, he
No.
you're just tweaking, bro.
He just
I'm
really wants to
tweaking.
see me in my Spider-Man costume.
You're
Yeah,
so
I got
hot
to
when
see
you
it.
wear it.
You guys should have come.
So yeah, we kind of that sort of started out as a joke. I was like, oh, quit all your bands and join Recreance as a bassist. And then he was like, "Oh, maybe. And then it stopped being a joke quite quickly after that, and we realized it would be a sick idea. And yeah, he's only had like we've had like 2-3 practices with us,
Yeah.
something like that. And
Yeah,
he's
I
killed
think
it
3.
so
Yeah.
far. And 1 gig. So
Yeah, very fun, very fun. It's something very different, but it's. I mean, I've always, loved going to the Recreant shows, so it's like it's cool being like a part of it as well. So
exactly, that's been sick.
Hell yeah.
I would like to ask next, how did the backing tracks work? How did you run it?
We still have
Yeah,
still
how
do.
does it work?
Owen, go ahead.
Right.
Yeah, so basically, right?
Mr. Text
Right.
over here.
Yeah, no one ever understands this, so if you do, I'll be surprised. Even when I explain it to sound goes, they go, "Ooh."
I still
Um,
don't fully understand it. It was my
basically,
idea.
So you got the tracks with like noises and stuff on it. That's simple enough. And you got a click, which obviously we play to. and essentially on the back of an audio interface, you've got a left and a right output. Out of the left output is the click and the track. Out of the right output is just a track. You send the right one to front of house so that they get it, and the left one goes to the in-ears so that we can hear it. And then it's very simple, but no one understands it.
Well, I must
so-
understand it because I set it up for somebody else a couple months ago.
There you go.
Oh,
But
nice,
yeah,
yeah.
it's really simple.
Yeah.
If you give me just a second,
No.
I can boot it
Oh,
up.
No, not
and
allowed.
show you.
Oh yeah, we can actually pull this up.
Yeah, we can
It's a
actually
sneak
show you.
peek. Yeah, so what you've basically got is a left and a right, and each signal is sent out to then mono.
Yeah.
But you can do stereo tracks as well. We just don't have the interface
Yeah,
side for
if
that.
you get a bigger interface with more outputs, you can easily do stereo. It's just
But because everything's hard panned, it comes out like fully from one side, so you get no interference on that side.
Never mind, I can't
so
show
you
you
hard
because
pan them.
screen share is
Okay, well, we
disabled.
can't do
So.
that.
Marion.
But then,
show
if when it like gets to the end of a track, do you like go? How does it run the next
So-
track?
Yeah, so I mean, we used to like pause it after every song and skip to the next one, but now we just have it constantly going. So we've got like ambience at the end and start of every track to sort of allow a little transition for us to tune or like speak to the crowd or whatever. So we just press go at the start and then we'd let it run, which is also really helpful because then we know exactly how long our set is, so
Yeah.
we can easily do, half an hour set. Yeah, we've got it. 45 minutes. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, it's
You
just
know.
a case of like vamping between songs to the crowd, having a little chat, kind of
Yeah.
roughly sort of know how long the gaps are, so I can pretty much just kind of like introduce songs and stuff like that. And if I time it really perfectly, it looks really intentional.
Marin's gone again.
Oh no, Marin's back.
Oh,
Marin's
shit.
back.
Yeah, sorry, it's had to nip off into
Terrifying.
the car to chat with some of the Falmore,
Stop! You violated the law.
I'd like to ask now, what's your favourite song to perform? Like each.
None of them I hate records.
Whoa.
We know Marion's, but we don't play anymore.
Yeah, we killed that song a long time ago.
I might have to go with it's really tough, man. I might have to say Severance, just because you've got like very technical riffs, you've got back-to-back guitar solos, and then a sick breakdown that always is like we've kind of nailed to the point where it's really, really tight. And I think it sounds beastly live. Morbid is also a great one because it's just like a crowd pleaser. Everyone just starts swinging. As soon as that comes on, that riff starts, everyone's swinging, and then the breakdown happens, and everyone's like, "What the?" It's just outrageous.
Yeah.
I think for me, it's like either Delusion for like the cool bits, or Vengeance just because hit.
Vengeance is good. Yeah.
Yeah,
Another
I was
heavy one.
I was gonna say Vengeance just because it's just balls to the wall, riffs everywhere, like yeah.
Bland
Yeah.
riffs.
I would have said Morbid or Vengeance, one of those two, either one. But those are definitely my favourites to play. Absolutely.
What about your least favourite?
Oh god.
I'm gonna be really I'm gonna give a bit of a wild answer and actually say that Severance is probably also my least favorite because it's
What?
it's great, like, and I love doing it, but it's also really, really hard. I feel like that, and I mean, we don't have it in the set all the time, but we do have a song called Cracked Vision. That's again, it's just like it's great, but it's really hard to play and like nail. And it just, I get really ticked off if we don't like nail a song. So I feel like any song that's really technically challenging is kind of always like a tough one. But I mean, I love performing them all because like, why would I do it if I didn't, kind of thing.
I think for me, it would either be Severance because of like the first half of the song has a lot of really quick, annoying ass bass drum patterns.
Why'd you write them then? that's
Because
my
that's what the
question.
guitar's playing and it sounds crap without it. And probably number one would be New Likes. I'm just bored of it.
Yeah, that's totally valid.
Yeah,
That's totally
yeah.
valid.
I
Been
mean,
playing that for a while.
I think mine again would be Cracked Vision, like Tuscan said, just because I was a bit silly and the vocals I wrote over the first riff just do not match at all. So trying to play that, I'm just like
Clip that.
He sounds exactly like that, yeah.
So I mean, sometimes I
Spot
get it right.
on.
I'm like, yes, but most of the time I don't, and I'm like, so yeah, probably that one just because of that.
I don't really have a least favorite to me. I just enjoy them all. Like that's such a cop out answer, but I genuinely
Yeah.
don't like.
God, get
No, I
loaded
respect
this.
that.
I guess
You'll
then
get
what
bored
is
of
the
one eventually,
hardest
but-
then is
Oh,
kind of
the one that's definitely taken me sort of, and I'm still getting to grips with it. It's the Forest. Some of the
Yeah,
timing in
that's
those
totally
riffs
fair.
is so yeah. Like props to Tuscan for being an absolute mastermind and writing that shit because I wouldn't be able to. I wouldn't be able to. But yeah, that's probably the one I'm having most difficulty with. But we're getting
That's
there.
totally valid, to be fair.
Yeah,
That's totally
yeah.
valid.
I think my favourite Recreant song is probably it's either New Light or
No way.
Morbid.
Morbid is a good one.
Yeah.
That's totally valid. That's valid.
I like also how that you know the names of the songs when Merrin took about a year and a half to learn them.
Yeah, 2 years.
She's the one that's
pushing
playing
it.
them.
Not funny. He did
He
well.
knows them because we recorded them all. So
Yeah.
if it wasn't for that, we'd still be a cappellaing them.
So
To
Merrin,
describe
what's the
them.
one that goes like boom, boom, boom? Don't know.
Yeah.
Purge.
I mean, yeah, yeah.
Everyone loves Morbid, which is great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sales are doing brilliantly. We got
Yeah.
signed off that song.
Yeah. We're actually now touring with
We're manifesting
with the
now.
bands ever.
Yeah, I heard we've got a headline gig, a joint headline gig with the Lumineers coming up soon. So
Yeah,
that'd
man.
be
Yeah.
quite.
True, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
since
I
we're in the
think-
future, everyone go stream Morbid. It's out on all streaming platforms right now. Except not right
Yeah.
now, but it will
I
be.
think
It might be.
Like,
I mean, it is when this comes out. Possibly,
Yeah.
it should be. Well,
And watch the YouTube video because that took
Yeah.
ages.
Oh,
it
was,
did.
yeah.
Did.
And it was good
I
fun. So
I had Merrin nibbling my elbow while editing it. Please
Yeah.
watch it.
yes,
Yeah.
I was sat on the floor with your Snorlax nibbling your.
we fully sacrificed a symbol just to make that vid, so
Oh yeah, there is that as well.
Yeah.
So I would like to ask, I would like to ask next. What's your standout gig? What is your standout gig you've
What's the
performed?
good gig ever?
that's hard, bro.
Um,
That's difficult. There are two in my mind, I'll say that much. There is
Go on,
I don't remember which heat it was exactly. It might be in the
Yeah,
first
no,
or the
I
second
fucking.
time.
That's what I was gonna say.
We still have some shots. Actually, it's so funny because he's in the band now, but there's a shot where Eros is in the middle of a crowd, just mashed up. And like the crowd shots from that photo are mental because
Yeah,
everyone just
no.
decided to go ham in the mosh pit.
Yeah, I
Um,
think that show is the wildest crowd we've probably ever had.
That was the
They
rowdiest
just-
crowd,
We just
yeah.
went. They
it
just
was
went.
probably 20 plus people just murdering each other, bro.
Yeah.
It was gnarly.
That
I
was
would
a.
not- no,
that
I
was
would not be a fan of that.
It was pretty intense, but it was good. I think that and this is kind of niche. Like no one's gonna have like probably some people aren't even aware we did this show, but we did a show at the Junction back in like November maybe with actually Eros's other band, Reduce the Ruins, and
Oh yeah.
Lacerta. And for whatever reason, like we were just on fire that day. Like we nailed the set, vocals were hard. Like the sound
the
guy was
snare
cranking
bombs.
snare bombs, like
Yeah.
every breakdown. It was just one of those shows where like everyone afterwards was coming up to us going like, "Oh, you guys nailed that!" Like, I just felt like that particular gig, we were the band that people like remembered seeing. Not
Yeah.
to like.
I
praise
think I
myself
may
too
have
hard
seen
there.
that gig through Merrin's Instagram live that she
Yeah,
does
yeah,
Yeah,
sometimes.
it was a
Mainstream,
good
yeah.
one. Like
Yeah, that was in my live stream era.
Yeah.
it was a
Yeah.
standout for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I think another one for me is one we did quite recently. I'm pretty sure it was the Acid Era final gig.
Yes.
Yeah,
The crowd
That
for
one was
that
good. That
was
one was
also
good.
like really good. They
That
were
was
just,
that
super
was
like,
insane.
Sold
they-
some
the
t-shirts
crowd
as
was
well.
going. Yeah, it
Woohoo.
was a really good show, that one. That was a more recent one, yeah.
Maybe it's just unexpected as well that it did that well. It was such a
Yeah.
random gig for us, like just hometown, small gig, local bands, popped off, like yeah, and play like we nailed that set as well. Like it was one of those,
Mhm.
you walk off stage, you're like, yeah, I nailed that. Like
Yeah, yeah.
it's a good feeling, man. It's a good feeling. What about you folks, Marin, Eros? What you saying?
Yeah,
Eros is
I mean,
tough one.
Well,
Dick,
my,
Eros is
yeah,
really
that's a
tough.
real tough decision. That one. Oh, I don't know how I'm going to choose. I've played one gig, and that was my standout gig playing.
True. I mean, in terms of like how it felt on stage, that one we just did with actually, that won't have been the one we just did by the time this comes out, but the first gig with Eros was pretty cool because it was just nice to have like that extra.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Presence.
I-
Yeah.
yeah,
I think
it
we
felt
also
like
again like well practiced, and I think it went. I mean,
Yeah.
obviously the judges didn't think so, but we played pretty well. Like I walked off and I felt good about
I
it.
think
So.
I think probably the Griffin is up there as well. That for some reason just went stupid hard,
Oh,
especially
yeah.
Morbid.
That was pretty good. That was another like
Yeah,
just
when
random one.
when Eros
Sick.
like liberated the mic for the Morbid DLC breakdown.
True,
like,
actually, he's done 3 gigs with us.
I have.
Pulled this. We hit up this breakdown. I pointed to the mic, and this guy was in the crowd, and I was like, well, "Just get on here." And I don't even know what he did because I don't remember. I was just playing guitar, but I know it was heavy.
Right.
Because people were walking up after the set going,
Important
"Was
to know.
that planned?
Important
Was that
to
a planned
know.
feature?"
I'm recording the whole screen on OBS, and it says the date in the corner, the 6th of June, 2024.
No. What are you on about? It's the
No, it's not.
29th of June.
yeah, you see, mine doesn't actually say that.
Well-
Mine says the 3rd.
Yeah, so I think you're capping me.
So, my favourite gig was probably, I think it was the Medina headline back at Move back in
Oh,
August.
man.
That Recreant
That was
set
the pretty
was
hard
really
one to
good.
do.
Medina mentioned? No way.
Holy
No.
shit, no way.
I'm
Any
trying to think
Medina
I'm
lovers
sorry
in
about
there?
that.
It's alright.
That's-
It
that's
stings
cool
a
to
little
hear.
bit.
I'm so mad I can't.
You
scream
hear
it.
that? I'm pushing the bleep button, and I don't know if it works.
Oh.
No, I can't hear
I can't
anything.
hear it.
No,
No, I
I'll
can't
just-
hear it.
I might have to
no,
do
it
it in
don't.
post.
stay
It don't
family
work.
friendly.
Don't work. But yeah, the Recreant set at the Medina headline was really good.
Yeah, I like that one.
I really
Yeah.
appreciate that.
Was that the one where Eros couldn't keep his guitar in tune, or was that a different one?
Oh yeah, was that the one where
by the
he
time
was-
I played that, wasn't that oh no, I don't know.
I don't know because every Medina show, apart from one, every Medina, every time we played at Move, something went horrifically wrong. So I remember
Oh god.
the Silver Tree one, the first one.
I was gonna say,
I
that's
thought
so
my
Oh, God.
5150 blown up. My
Oh
5150
yeah,
stopped
your
working.
cable was just like broken, hadn't it?
Yeah, and I thought it was the amp, so I was like crying. The one in March 2023, that was actually the best gig we did. I don't think anything actually went wrong in that one. And then
No
the
way.
August headliner, I think that might have been one with the guitar went out of tune, or I blew up. I think my voice was starting to blow out when I did it. So, yeah,
You're not having a good time.
I wasn't.
That's so Silvertree of you though, because every time Silvertree played at Move, something went wrong. Like,
Except the last ever gig.
Jack's amp was broken before he even arrived.
Not the last gig.
Yeah, I think it was.
No, I don't think
No.
it was.
No.
Oh,
I mean, there was one gig where Jack borrowed my amp and had it so loud it was blowing the speaker cable out the back of the cab.
pretty
Yes,
cool. That did
that
happen.
was the Recreance headline.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, man.
So I had to go back there and like hold it in and then turn it down.
That was also a sick show, to be fair. Actually, it was,
Yeah.
it was good.
What can I expect from the music video of Morbid?
I mean, you've seen it, you know.
Yeah.
Didn't you love it?
Yeah, I probably
if-
will have seen it because I'll be in Cornwall by the time this
Yeah,
releases.
If you have epilepsy, don't watch it.
Yeah, that's-
Just straight up, don't. Just you will die.
Just don't. You
will die.
You will be on the floor.
It's it is very chaotic in all
And if-
seriousness.
Yeah, and if you don't have epilepsy, it might give you epilepsy. I don't know.
yeah, yeah.
You might find out about it. Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
No, It's much more aesthetic, I think, than Delusion. Delusion was kind of, we just showed up to film in a sick location and we just got a bunch of shots. Morbid was a lot more intentional. It's very
Yeah.
aesthetic. There's a lot of lighting tricks going on, and I think just the filming and the editing is like just like tenfold better. I learned a lot from filming Delusion for sure. So
Yeah.
There's some symbol abuse as well. So
some
Yeah.
symbol abuse, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You've
You
got
know,
too
it's-
many symbols, too many drums.
yeah, an extra one actually makes an appearance in the video, so watch out for that.
Yeah.
Oh, we're just shaking his head.
No.
Like,
Or is unhappy.
It's just like, Merrin, what type of drumstick did you use in that video?
7As with the nylon tip again, but
I'm walking out.
these are ones that my dad has drawn on.
Yeah.
So
Slightly cooler than normal ones.
Okay. You should get actual like metal drumsticks.
Like fully
What, like,
just
made-
steel.
yeah, like just like titanium.
They
Very
wouldn't break.
No, the
I
drums
think they
would.
might.
Your drums would, yeah.
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 Hit the snare. Oh no.
If they were nylon tipped, you actually could potentially be all right if you were really careful. But
Yeah. Now, Merrin would find a way to split them in half.
Yeah, I mean those two Bs did not last. So last time I used
No.
two Bs, they split like normally a stick will like split from the
split long
tip
ways.
and make its way
Yeah.
down. Yeah, this one split like directly down the middle, so you had
Yeah.
two like equally length halves of stick.
It looked like
I don't know
someone
how
had
you do it.
chainsawed it in half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever used Pro
I
Mark
probably
sticks?
lumberjack that.
Yes.
They've got that like stripe on them that goes around the circumference.
Yeah.
It pretty much split there
Oh,
on that line. Yeah.
wow.
Yeah. Exactly in half. No.
Yeah, I broke a drumstick the other day. And I was like, because I usually don't notice it. Then the like whatever drum I'm hitting it with sounds really weird afterwards.
Hmm.
It doesn't sound right. I was like, what's going on? Oh yeah, broken the stick. Where the flip has the other part of the stick gone? I couldn't find it.
Oh yeah. Just
It
go
was
flying in.
over. So I was playing on the ride cymbal, which is over here,
Hmm.
like this side, and the end of the stick somehow flies over me, lands on the other side, all the way over like towards the window. It was
That's-
weird.
Oh,
I
Oh, man,
normally what
on the-
happens-
subject of Merrin breaking things. Actually, it's a bit of cool little lore for you. Got some high quality
chunk of
broken
cymbal.
cymbal. Yeah, just
Oh yeah.
it's a little souvenir.
God.
I think that actually might be from the Junction gig. It's from one of them.
Yeah.
Might be the one with apathy.
No, it
I'm
was
not
the
sure.
junction. It was the junction because I remember someone picked. Yeah, I've got this one as well.
I can't tell because Rango's in the way.
He's not in the way. He's where he should be.
Yeah. Normally with my sticks, what happens is like they'll break, so the tip will go off into the void somewhere, and the rest of it will go in Owen's hair or something.
Yeah, no, I know when Merrin's broken the stick because I just feel something hit the back of me. Although there's this one time she threw a bit of a stick at me and it hit like the perfect place, and I thought a string had broken on my guitar. And I was just like,
Well,
Yeah. So I wanted to ask now, with Eros now joining the band, what is contained within the backing tracks? Obviously, it used to be the bass, but obviously that would be weird
well,
because
yeah,
there's now
I
a
mean,
bassist.
no, it's still the bass. Actually.
Yeah. I actually don't
Yeah.
play. I'm not even plugged in.
yeah,
I'm
we're
not
doing
even
a
plugged in.
Motley Crew actually.
No, it's
Um,
it's weird synthy noises, bass drops, snare
Snare bombs.
bombs,
Yeah, it's effects and
impacts,
rises,
you know.
impacts. It's one of those things that when I think everyone hears the album, they're gonna, or some singles off the album, they're gonna realize a lot of stuff's there. Obviously, when we play live, we're kind of at the mercy of the sound guy to dial that in loud enough so you guys can hear that out front. But
Yeah.
there's a lot of sections where we stop playing and the stuff on the backing tracks. I mean, I'm not extensive, but like I have a semi-extensive like background in electronic production before Recreance, so it's been really cool on this album to bring a lot of that into the music and a lot of those elements, and it really adds just a whole nother layer that like I think it just makes it us. It's yeah, it'll be cool for everyone to hear that because there's a lot of tracks where there's a lot of that stuff going on and there's a lot of layers and stuff, and yeah, it's more than just a bass. Absolutely, it's here to stay for sure.
Yeah, because like I mean, a lot of people were like, "Oh, why do you use backing tracks?" Like we could do it without it, but it just wouldn't have the same effect that we want it to have. Like you got synths in the background doing a load of things that you don't hear at all until you actually listen to it, and then you're like, "Whoa!" And then when you hear it the rest. You're like, "That makes so much sense," and it brings out
Not
a lot of stuff.
Yeah, not to mention like intros and outros to songs live and stuff. Just like a bit of a space filler in between songs as well.
The
And
synth part in the intro of New Light is probably the most obvious one I can think of
yeah,
that I can
well,
hear in
there you
the
go. There's
yeah.
a bunch of that stuff for sure. There's
Yeah.
some like ambient clean guitars that are on there that we wouldn't play live just because we need to be tuning whilst that's happening and so on and so forth. So it's just,
I can name another part. The part in Delusion where it goes din 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 din. Yeah, that part.
yeah. Yeah, lo-fi effects and stuff. Also in the pre-breakdown when I'm doing my vocals, there's like a synth line over the top
Yeah.
that if you go
Then-
back, you'll hear and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
the
So.
part before the chorus or the choruses in
Oh, yeah.
it's pretty much all backing track because there's like no
Yeah, it's
actual instruments being played. It's all
Just
Yeah, there-
Owen's vocals and backing track. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
there
sounds
are
pretty massive.
maybe like a total of 5 parts across all of the songs on the backing tracks which we could play. Everything else is like stuff that we just can't do on stage, and we only put those stuff on the tracks because to play them live would just be really awkward and would involve like just doing something that just wouldn't work properly. It would take a
Yeah,
lot
it
to
involved
do
doing
just that
something,
one
and that's
bit.
not what we're here for.
Yeah. In fact, all of it's on the tracks, and we just hit play and just mime.
Yeah.
That's what we've started
Real.
doing.
It's all a lie.
We didn't
Other than
even
China.
record the songs. The songs aren't ours.
Yeah, they're actually by a band called Apathy.
Yeah.
Now they're all by
Yeah,
a band
that's
called
it.
Last
That's-
Station.
Yeah.
Yeah, they never broke up. They ghostwrite for us now.
Yeah.
We just stole their skin.
Yeah.
So I want to ask now, what was your? I'm interested in this, like really interested. What was your first exposure of metal music? Because like when you're growing up, it's not the sort of music you're listening to.
You're
is it?
wrong. You are wrong. And I will defend this point to my fucking grave.
Get him, Eros.
Yeah, but if you're like
Yeah.
7 years old, you don't listen to metal,
That's
do
just
you?
not true. That's just not true. I did. I started off
See?
Guitar
Oh,
Hero
man.
3. Guitar Hero 3
Right.
when I was like 7 years
mate.
old. Before I Forget by Slipknot was the first metal song I ever heard, and I was hooked ever since, mate.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I
Call of
can
Duty
actu-
Zombies.
I can factually tell you what my first metal song was by going through my Spotify. Hang on.
No
he's,
way.
he's scrolling for a while, everyone.
Because I don't
mean-
unlike songs, so
Okay.
they're all on here, so I can see
Okay.
exactly.
I mean, whilst he's scrolling through the depths of Spotify, I got into metal because I started playing guitar and I feel like when you start playing guitar, you just inherently get into metal because the music that is designed for guitar by a guitarist is mainly metal. Most other genres are not based around the guitar, but the metal and rock is based around the guitar. So my first ever metal song that I'd heard some stuff before, don't get me wrong, but the first one that I sat down and like learned and really got into was One by Metallica. And I learned the solos in the beginning, the clean ones. And then I got into loads of Metallica. I got into Megadeth. I got into Gojira. I was like 13, 14. My uncle's a massive metalhead, and he's been a metalhead for ages, and so he really, I'd say, got me into that. So other than some like brief little bits I'd heard when I was younger, that was kind of what got me into the pipeline of metal. And then obviously like got to college and everyone's listening to metal and writing metal, and that's when I really, really got into metal. Like
I feel like our year group was just full of metalheads.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
again, it's
yeah.
guitarists. Like you play guitar, you're into metal.
But
It's just
then I've
yeah.
seen like the
an
current
inherent
first
thing.
years in college, and there's no metalheads at all.
Mm-hmm.
Something about our year was quite magical when it comes with the metal community. Because in fairness, I've noticed that people in the year like above and below just aren't. Like when I was in, God forbid, Coombs had sixth form.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, the people in the year above me, like they just couldn't sort of wrap their head around the fact that like I mainly played metal, and a lot of people like BIM still can't really grasp that. They're like, really, like that's your main genre? Like you don't like. I've just bought like a Jackson Flying V, and it's a very cool looking guitar. And I'm not going to say who, but one of the people I was doing in a group with for one of the assignments was just so confused that I didn't like go towards this Fender Strat. He was like, the Fender Strat's like the best guitar ever made. Like, that's my thing. And it's like, all right, like, what do you want me to say? Like,
Bro,
Yeah,
as
that's
a not
crazy.
guitarist, Fender Strats are so boring. Like, get something
Yeah.
else.
Yeah.
Even I
Nah.
feel like other brands have nicer Strat style guitars that I prefer. Like the Ibanez
yeah.
AZs are one of my favorite style guitars,
yeah,
Mhm.
and I just think they do it better, man.
they do.
Yeah.
But that's kind of devolving into
Yeah,
something
you know,
else.
back to the question. The first metal song I ever heard, according to Spotify, was Crazy Train.
That's what.
That's fair. That's totally valid.
Shortly then followed by Unholy Confessions. So I was a cool kid from the fucking start.
Hell yeah.
But like all before that, I
We
was
stand the
listening.
core.
I've basically, when I started playing guitar properly at like 12, 13, I was like acoustic Ed Sheeran kid. And then slowly sort of started listening to like more alternative music. Sort of got into like My Chem, and then where do we go from there? We go like Imagine Dragons, of course. And you get to like sort of dad rock kind of things like the Eagles and Guns N' Roses and stuff. And then yes, but after I heard Unholy Confessions, that was it. I was gone. I was just metal all the way from about 14.
Hell
Banger
yeah.
song.
I mean, I
Banger
spec'd
song.
into a slightly different skill tree. So I started with like my dad would play "Given Up" by Linkin Park, but up until the chorus because he swears in the chorus, so I got to stop the song. But then my year 6 teacher started playing "In the End." I was like, "Oh my god, this is the same band! I got to listen to that." Then I went through a quick side quest down the like Nirvana and then My Chem route, and sort of got dragged back to it by Slipknot, and sort of went Slipknot, System of a Down, had the Dark Ages with my Marilyn Manson era.
Ooh,
and
we don't
then
talk about
yeah, went to
that.
and I think from there, yeah, I heard Recreance by Chelsea Grin, like just the breakdown. I was like, this is it. This is what I want to listen to. So yeah.
I mean, I suppose it's because you always hear about like, oh, everyone listens to like thrash first, but only Tuscan really like listened to thrash.
Yeah.
Because I
Yeah,
never
that was
really had
my
a thrash
pipeline.
phase.
I still don't like thrash.
Right, is Owen frozen for you?
Yeah.
I might, hang on,
I still got
quickly.
the Owen video.
He's
I
just
can't lie,
sucking on
Owen
this
isn't
water
even
bottle
on
for
my
me while I'm
screen.
talking. It's amazing. Right. First metal song I've listened to was
You like?
God. I think it was probably Vain by Apathy is what got me
I
into
was
metal.
about to say, was it actually Vain by Apathy?
Yeah, that actually makes complete sense.
That makes a lot of sense. I kind of feel like I find that hard to
I'm
believe
back.
though. Well, is that like the
Yeah,
first
you
one
sure
you
you've
got
not heard any
into, or
Black
would you say the
Sabbath?
first
Well,
one?
Owen,
like,
you're back
kind of,
twice, apparently.
Hell yeah.
Wait, yeah, why are there two Owens and only one of them?
Oh god, he's multiplying.
Bro found out about mitosis.
Oh, he's doing my toast. Shout out GCSE science, bro.
Let's go.
What can you remember from GCSE? Mitosis, oxbow lakes, and mitochondria.
What?
Lit. Ah.
What? No. Why?
All right,
What
let's
happened?
ignore Aaron for a
Ooh.
minute.
Is he frozen
Is that
again? He's
all
frozen
right? I
again.
don't know.
Yep. He's gone
Okay,
again. He's back
okay.
now.
Okay. Right. Maybe it's
Hands
fixed.
off.
Right. Where were we?
Talking about metal songs.
Mitochondria.
Oh, awesome.
Apathy. We were talking about apathy.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Okay.
Yeah, are you sure you hadn't heard like Black Sabbath before then?
I probably
I thought
yeah.
that would have been.
Are they metal? Is Paranoid a
Yeah.
metal song?
Yes.
Yeah, heavy
Yes,
metal, heavy metal, like original
They're-
metal. Yeah,
they're-
yeah.
They are
That is what you call the like
Is
first wave
is Bon
metal.
Jovi classed as metal then? If they're hair metal.
I think they are.
No.
Hair
Right?
metal,
Yeah.
hair
Yeah.
metal, glam metal. Yeah.
So,
Mm.
what would you say is your personal influences for your instrument?
I'm gonna
Whoa.
let's let Errol start. I feel like he hasn't got enough talking in. I feel bad.
Yeah.
I don't know because I'm
Well,
not
you guys
racist.
Oh, put him in
Nah,
the
I'm
spot, mate.
No. I mean, I'm very new to sort of playing bass in a band scenario, like literally a few weeks. But like some bassists that I think are really fucking sick as fuck. I've always been a big fan of Johnny Christ from Revenge Sevenfold. I think he lays down some fat bass lines, and some of them, when you really take a listen, are actually really good fucking lines underneath. Cliff Burton from Metallica, he's a legend. Like I don't play like him, but he's just cool, isn't he? Oh,
Oh dear.
Camera's
We got
gone,
the
mate.
cat.
Yeah.
Uh,
we're sideways for real.
What the flip? All right. Okay. Yeah. No, I don't know. That's fully just gone now. So.
Crazy. Well, anyway, I'll let everyone else say.
Is Merrin present? That's a no. Okay.
Okay. I'm just a pixelated tiger, and Marin's gone.
Yeah, I'll go then. Yeah, I
No,
mean,
I'm going now.
Oh,
what?
okay.
Guys, I'm doing it.
What?
I did say, to be fair, you guys just ignore me.
No, you didn't. Right. Yeah, I mean, I suppose a big influence for me is Bleed From Within. They're like the first modern metalcore band I kind of heard properly.
Any particular members?
I mean, bloody Goonsy, he's just a bit nuts. He's a long-haired ginger Scottish man, so you can imagine what he's like.
Scotland
Yeah.
forever.
There you go. Yeah. I think Padge from Bullet for My Valentine, just because I've listened to them so much that they can't not have impacted me. And then you've got bloody Chris Wiseman from Currents and Shadow of Intent, because he's just a nutcase and he writes all the riffs ever. Yeah, I'd say those are probably the three guitarists that like have impacted me in some way, intentional or not, you know.
I guess I can go. I guess because see the thing is I write both lead and rhythm guitar, but lead wise, I think I'm definitely newer to doing more lead based stuff. I think I'm trying to work on my leads and trying to get better at that. So again, like Eros, I probably don't have the biggest knowledge to lead guitarists, but the two for me that stand out at the moment would be Ryan from Polaris, obviously. God rest his soul, bro. But some of the
Rip in
leads that
peace.
he's writing on Fatalism and even like The Death of Me, that album, like the leads on there are just beautiful and they complement what the rhythm is doing so well. That and I guess Sean from While She Sleeps, like I mean he is just the goat, bro. Like the whammy, the incorporation of the whammy on the leads is insane. And it's kind of cool because it just doesn't really sound like a guitar anymore, I think, which is like I think so sick because it just yeah, it's like totally different. And then I guess more like musically, a bunch of stuff, but like yeah, Invent Animate, Currents for the songwriting, also a bit like yeah, Polaris, but then you've also got like Alpha Wolf for the heavy stuff, bit of Loathe as well, like Spirit Box. I mean I could keep going because I feel like all the music I listen to influences me in a way. Like even some like really heavy, like Body Snatcher and Knock Loose and stuff like that. But I guess those are some of the big ones for me.
Rock solid. I mean, pretty easy place to start off. The entire reason I started playing drums was because I really liked what was the song? The Pretender by Foo Fighters.
Dave Grohl, Taylor Hawkins.
I think it was still in the Dave Grohl actually recording the drums era.
But the Pretender was Taylor Hawkins on drums.
Oh yeah, he performed them live, but I think Dave was still recording
No,
them.
he wasn't.
All right, well, I don't want to talk to you
should
anymore.
fact check.
I know my
Look at that
facts.
one.
I know my facts.
Fact check, bro.
Yeah, anyway. Yeah, so I started playing because of pretty much that song. A lot of my influences early on were like Chad Smith from Chili's. I used to just basically play entire Chili's albums. In terms of like the more metal side, I suppose my biggest influences are probably Matt from Bring Me, especially with like the blast beats, because he didn't do the normal. Like on most of the Recreance tracks, in fact all of them, I don't do the normal like thrash blast beats. I do the one where it's like the snares on every beat and then the hi-hats on like every other beat. Yeah, so like the left hand is going like, but the right one's going. You can't even see my hands going. You sort of going bugger bugger. Yeah. Someone out there knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And I suppose Pablo Viveros from Chelsea Grin, or formerly from Chelsea Grin, was another big one.
That guy's rock solid.
Yeah, I love that man. Especially with like you can hear it, especially in Delusion, but in most of the songs where there's empty space, I'll just fill it with like random effect symbols. And with all like the ghost notes, he did a lot of those as well. They're probably my big two. There's a bit of Jose Norta from Fit for an Autopsy in there, but like it's more like a sprinkling. So yeah, it's mainly Matt and Pablo.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose vocally as well. I'm quite inspired by, again, vocalist of Bleed From Within, Scott Kennedy, and then also Marcus Vick from Invent Animate, because he's just, when I heard Heavener, when they dropped Heavener last year, I was just like, what? And then fucking Randy Blythe from Lamb of God as well, just throwing a curveball into that one, because he's just such a good vocalist that I'm like, damn, I need to work on it. But you know,
I suppose we can all do a bit of vocal, like what's our vocal?
Yeah, because everyone does them.
Yeah.
For me, it's pretty straightforward. It's literally just Alex from Chelsea Grin. I just like constantly be trying to, when I was younger, be trying to do like Alex's vocals, which is why my lows suck and I can only do highs.
That's totally bad. Yeah, I can't do anything but like dog barking esque vocals. So like honestly, it's kind of, yeah, it's just like, I mean, if I can do a lower vocal, I absolutely will. So anything that lets me get something that sounds sort of like a toilet flushing would be mint, to be honest with you. But to be honest with you, like it gets very hardcore-esque on recording and live, because I find it's just such a good way to get a good projection. But yeah, I try and stick with the low vocals and stuff. I just think it's a nice contrast to have.
Yeah, well, when it comes to my sort of vocal style, it's very, like Tuscan was saying before, like everything I listen to, which includes like screaming vocals, I take something from everything. So like a lot of my earlier screaming stuff, which you'd heard on Medina, was very Chino Moreno influenced, and I still do a lot of that sort of higher like whistle tone scream sometimes. But recently I've been sort of trying to get lower my vocals, so I've been listening to a lot of like, so Will Ramos's lows are incredible. I wish I sounded half as good as him. Even like Jared from Reduce to Ruins, like I'll listen to him and be like, how'd you do that? Do that again. Let me try and copy you. So yeah, just guys like that really. I don't really know what else to say about it.
Yeah.
Right.
That's funny.
What's the
That's
most
funny.
injured you've been in the mosh pit?
Oh god.
Right.
Got bopped
Right,
in the
I'll answer
nose
first.
pretty
I
hard
haven't been,
once.
so
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
mine. I think when we played Kernel Chaos and we were watching. Because this is a hardcore show, right? So people are just throwing punches and kicks. So there was this one guy who's just like a fucking, was
Brick
going around the
shithouse
pit.
is the
Yeah,
technical
Yeah.
term.
A little
yeah,
bit,
and
yeah.
I got a foot straight to almost my dick. It was
Oh.
like right above it, and I was just like, "Ugh,"
Yeah.
Obviously the guy didn't mean it, but that's just the thing. You got.
Well,
yeah,
no,
but
no,
I
it was a
just
hardcore
like,
show. He actually did fucking mean it.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
No,
That's the most.
I've only
injured
experienced one really injury, I think, and that was like I literally went in a pit, and within about 10 seconds, someone just smacked me around the nose, and I can't remember if I might have even. I might have even had a piercing that was semi-fresh, but whatever it was, it was not fun. And I did probably have a nosebleed for a minute. It wasn't like
Oh.
super bad, but it was just one of those that like just kind of
Yeah.
ruined your vibe a little bit. But I mean, it happens. But I'm a bigger fella. I feel like I don't really experience many injuries in pits. But I'm also not going silly hard in pits most of the time because I'm just
Yeah.
like I don't have the energy, or the band isn't really given the energy that I would require for that. But there's the odd occasion where you will catch me swinging moves, bro, and you want to get the out of the way, bro. I'm a unit when I want to be.
I sprained my wrist at, I think it was the Apathy Gravewalker release show
Oh,
at the
yeah,
Junction.
yeah. It
Yeah,
was.
What I was doing is I was being a complete knob, and I did a spin kick, but I like ate shit and fell on my ass, and I landed on my wrist, and I had to play it off, but I was crying inside.
Oh,
Yeah,
injuring yourself
fuck
as
you.
well. That's
I
like,
was like, yeah, it was low-key a bit embarrassing, but you know what? It's fine. We roll with it. We roll with it. There
Yeah.
is definitely footage of me eating shit somewhere, by the way. So if someone can find that, that'd be really funny.
Yeah, I mean, I think an honorable mention. I can't remember what band it was, but it was at Bloodstock. And within the space of about 2 seconds, I got an elbow to the face and then a kick to the shin, and I was just like, fucking, that shit hurt, and I was just out for the rest of their set. I can't remember what band it was, but that hurt.
I'll hit with that
Ollie.
combo.
Yeah.
I got a slight push just on the edge of the mosh pit at the Die Twice gig
Oh.
last week.
Oh.
Just a slight
Watch out.
Oh, man.
touch.
I hope you're okay.
Yeah.
But yeah. Yeah. But
Fairs, mate,
but never
fairs.
been in a mosh pit, and I don't want to experience a mosh pit because it doesn't sound like fun.
Oh, I don't know, man.
No, it's
That's fair,
right.
that's fair.
Just
Let's each their own.
Yeah, that's fair. If it ain't for you,
I'm
it ain't for you.
excited to witness the mosh pit in 2 days' time when I go to Bristol to watch Take That.
oh mate.
If you can pull off a mosh pit there, bro, that'd be.
I'm gonna be
It's
in there
seated
throwing
tickets.
punches.
I've got my family have seated tickets, so yeah, I don't
Throw
know
the
if I
chair
can.
at the stage.
Yeah, man.
I mean,
Just
they're stuck
jump
to the
down.
they're stuck to the ground.
Nah.
Go for the pit. All right. You have to. It doesn't matter if they're
Yeah.
stuck to the ground.
Yeah.
I might just
Sorry,
ask my brother, who will be sitting to the left of me. Might just ask him, want to start a mosh pit?
Yeah,
You should
yeah.
do
just
that.
start
You should
pushing each other.
absolutely-
Beat in
Yeah.
mosh pit, bro.
Bro's got that 2-man mosh pit.
It's just a gentle fight.
Gentle fight.
Tickle fight, bro. Tickle pit.
Nah, if someone started tickling me in the pit, I would be swinging.
I'm gonna make that happen. You what? One of these
No.
next shows, I'm gonna start a fucking tickle pit.
So Apathy do the pillow pit.
Hmm.
We just get
So
a tickle pit.
yeah.
You get
Yeah,
tickle
let's
pit.
just have everyone tickling, bro. Watch your armpits, fam. You're about to get wasted.
My final question will be: what's your plans for the future? What's coming up? What do you have plans for?
Well, would say
Sheesh.
Morbid, but that's already out.
Yeah.
That's already out.
technically.
Yeah, that's been
It's
done,
really
mate.
out.
So
Yeah.
next single,
Yeah, that
Do we,
one.
do
Yeah,
we drop what
we
that's gonna
got
be?
a few more singles for sure. There is an album. I don't think that's a secret.
Yeah.
It's an
There is
album.
one.
It's done. It will be getting slowly released. We're just releasing singles because we spend a lot of money and time and money um,
And more
doing
money.
the album. And we really want to just get the most bang for our buck we can by kind of releasing it a bit slowly and doing them as singles first. So there's some cool stuff coming.
Yeah, couple more
There'll be
singles.
singles after that as well. Yeah, there'll be. Music is not stopping. I want to release a lot of music because I'm a very creative person. I think that's really kind of my main thing with the band is like writing. So I love that.
Mm.
Shows, bigger shows, hopefully.
Yeah,
Want to get on
I
some
mean,
festivals, I think. Want to get with some better known bands and stuff. Just like that's always a plan. Um, Many more music vids, I think, as well.
yeah, yeah, I mean, basically just what Taskin said. I mean, I think if we're able to, we just need, like, I really want us to get on a support show for a much bigger band, like either, coming through Exeter or Bristol. Um, just getting up that next level into the local UK scene of like
Yeah.
metalcore and making more friends, more connections in the scene, and just getting up and up and up and up.
Yeah, the kind of more nationally known sort of bands that go around, I think would be great to get into that space as well.
Yeah,
Merch, more merch. Definitely want to drop more merch. Like it's expensive and it's logistically hard to.
Yeah,
Yes,
big up the
mate.
merch.
Yes, pick up the merch. You can buy it on my
Oh,
yeah,
website. So come on, grab one at a show as well. Pretty much always got it. But yeah, on a real note, we do want to get more merch out, different designs, different pieces of
yeah.
merch.
I'm
So if
still
we had
I'm
the
still
money, we
waiting
would
for my
really do it.
apathy t-shirt. It's not here yet.
God,
Oh, boo. Yeah, I know, and it's like, or it's almost July as well. So what's with that?
what?
Yeah.
Because it's the
Yeah,
29th.
yeah, yeah,
Then
yeah.
it?
Oh
So
yeah.
yeah, Morbid's out, like, and his shirt still hasn't come.
Oh
Oh,
yeah,
Excited for
shit.
that.
yeah, yeah. I was like, what? Yeah. God, Oscar, send it to
Yeah,
him.
come on,
God.
Have
man.
you
Stop.
got any
He's paid for that.
interesting shows coming up? Is there a Morbid release show?
Yes,
I mean,
yes, we do. We have a show that you should all come to. It's at the Fleece on the 21st of July. Use code
yes.
BLEGH. That's BLEGH for £3 off your ticket. It's like an all-dayer. There's a bunch of bands, but
Mhm.
mostly come see us because like we're better than them.
Yeah,
No, but on a real note, it's going to be really, really great. And if we can get a bunch of people to show up, then promoters are going to know that we are serious and we have people that will rock up to support. So if there was gonna be one that I was gonna nag everyone to come to, it's 100% that.
yeah,
Also, like it's a sick venue. It's literally one of my dream venues to play. Like there's a bunch of bands as well. There's gonna be a bunch of people there. Like it's gonna be a good show. It's hopefully the best live sound that Recreant's gonna have because it is probably the best stage that we will have ever played on. And that's
yeah.
very, very cool. So
Also,
21st of July at the Fleece. Be
21st of
there.
July, day before my birthday, so come out drinking with me afterwards.
Yes,
Yeah.
me.
Yes, mate.
So
Do we know
I'm
what time
just
we're
gonna.
on?
What, like 6-ish, I think. If you buy the ticket, you'll be able to scroll through and see when everyone's on.
Yeah,
So,
it should be on the poster as well, I think. Well, it should, yeah. But
or
yeah,
in our post on Instagram, I'm pretty sure as well.
Okay.
we will
Yeah,
get that info out as soon as we
6-ish, I'm pretty
can.
sure.
If you have enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel for more of this, more interviews, more reviews, and go follow Recreance everywhere down in the description. And thank you very much for watching.